This video is going to cover Station 10. Station 10 is about how do the transformations given here affect the x-intercept in the original graph. So the parent, also known as the parent. So if this is my parent, the cube root of x, you're going to graph it into your calculator. Now, if you don't know how to graph that, you're going to press Control, the caret, or you can press the button next to the book, next to the Bible, and select the one that's highlighted. Okay, so I don't want 2, I just want 1. So I'm going to do that step again. I'm going to graph the cube root of x. You're going to go to Menu, Analyze Graph, and I want you to hit 0. You're going to go from here to here. Your 0 is at 0, 0. So the question says, how does the x-intercept change based on this transformation? Okay, if I have f of x plus 4, what's happening to my graph? To verbally describe that, you are shifting. You always start with the original f of x, the cube root of x. If I am adding 4 to the inside of my radical, that means I'm going to add 4 and I'm going to extend my radical to the very end. So now I'm going to graph the cube root of x plus 4. Press Tab, Control 3x plus 4, and your graph moves horizontally 4 units to the left. So that's what you're going to write. Horizontal, shift, left, 4 units. Okay, the effect on the x-intercept is that it used to be 0, 0, and it moved to the left 2, and then we go back to our graph. You're going to go to Menu, Analyze Graph, select 0, and you're going to go, it's asking you for which graph, so we're going to click on the blue one, and then upper and lower bound, our 0 is at -4, 0. Okay, let's try the next one. F of x minus 5. Well, you know that you always start with your parent function. Okay, the parent function is telling you to subtract 5 from the x, and since it's inside the parentheses, that means you're going to extend your radical all the way to the very end. Let's see what that looks like. I'm going to go to Tab. I'm going to change the x plus 4 to x minus 5. Can you predict what direction it's going to go? If you guess to the right, you are correct, and it actually shifted 5 units to the right. You're going to go to Menu, Analyze Graph, pick 0. It's going to ask you for which graph. We're going to click on the blue one, and then you click to the left and to the right of that. Your 0 is at 5, 0. Your graph changed, moved from 0, 0 to 5, 0. Verbal description is horizontal, shift to the right 5. Okay, you could say that your x-intercept moved to the right 2, 5, 0. Sorry. You're going to press Tab. We're going to change this from x is minus 5 to putting a negative in front of the x, because that's what our problem is showing. Put a negative in front of the x. When you graph this function, it switches direction. What is happening is that it's reflected over the y-axis, and your 0 stays the same. Your x-intercept stays the same at 0, 0. Okay, let's go to the next question, which is f of x plus 4. So remember, you have the plus 4 on the outside. You always start with the cube root of x. So plus 4 on the outside of your radical is going to change your graph significantly. You're going to go to tab, change the negative x, go outside of your radical and put plus 4. And your graph, as you predicted, moved up 4 units. We're going to find our 0, analyze the graph, find the 0, which graph, that one. And we might have to go pretty far. It's not going to be a good one. So I need to zoom out until I can see it kind of cross the x-axis. So it's going to happen somewhere in between there. I'm going to repeat the steps. Menu, analyze graph, 0. And I'm going to select the blue graph and I'm going to click on the left and to the right. And there's my 0 at -64, 0. How did the x-intercept change? It went from 0, 0 to -64, 0. So this is a this was a vertical shift up 4. Your x-intercept went from 0, 0, moved to the left to -64, 0. If I asked you for the y-intercept, the y-intercept changed from 0, 0 to 4, 0. This is the end of station 10.